BRS campaign narrative solely based on development work. This is what I wanted every party to focus on. What is the development that they can promise if they are not in power? What is the if they are not in power in any of these states across India, then they can promise. But if they have, served the people of any state across India, they have, they should highlight their achievements out there. And for the Telangana crowd, for the Rajasthan people, for the people on the pole-bound state, they should tell them that this is what we did for you. This is what our achievement has been. That is what has been covered here. And B. Vinod Kumar interview with Vice Chairman of State Planning Board. He is the brain behind BRS. I must say this, after going through this article. And hey, what do we have here? I did not switch on my own telecast.
Want to get into software development?
Python course. Shruti Pandit is the first one from Gujarat, and Gujarat reminds me of the loss of World Cup. So it's okay, our team played really well. It was not their day, the finals. They just lost one match and that was the final match. But it's okay, they are still our heroes and we love them all. Brilliant work out there. Naveen Kota says, truth is stranger than fiction. And good morning, she is shouting and she has become a Hulk. Aditya Kumar Mishra is also wishing us a very good morning along with Paul Multiples. Good morning, sir. A very, very good morning to all of you. And let's move on with the news. What this article had to say, and it was the Hindu, yes. He says he's regarded a part of core think tank closely associated with Chief Minister KCR since day one of floating Telangana Rashtriya Samiti known as BRS now. So, and the person who interviewed him actually enjoyed the conversation. We can see the way this article has been written. In a candid interview with B. Chandrasekhar, State Planning Board Vice Chairman B. Vinod Kumar speaks on various poll issues. Edited excerpts from the freewheeling conversation. So, what is the main poll plank on which BRS is asking people to support it for the third time in a row? So, why BRS should be elected? So, for those of you who do not belong to Telangana, BRS is a regional party. They want to grow to become a national party. That's their aspiration. But for now, for this election, they are a regional party, and Congress and BJP are amongst the opposition parties. The two biggest parties are the opposition for BRS, and they have successfully defeated both the parties in 2 consecutive terms. We are going to the people only on the agenda of development by building our narrative on Nadu Nidu. What was Telangana earlier and what is it now? The change is clearly visible to everyone. From the days of 12-hour power cuts in rural areas, now this is called as being specific. If he would have said the days of 12 hours power cut, I would not have agreed to it, because I have not seen 12 hours power cut since quite some time out there in Telangana as well. I will not take away anything from any party. If they have done something good, I will definitely support. If they have not done something good, I will definitely question. And Telangana earlier and what is it now? The change is clearly visible to everyone. From the days of 12-hour power cuts in rural areas, power holidays to industries, and only 6-hour supply to farming, mostly night with only 7,778 megawatt capacity transmission. The state has reached a stage of providing uninterrupted 24/7 supply to all categories of consumers by taking the transmission capacity to 26,000 megawatt. The state also boasts of the highest growth rate in power capita energy consumption on the irrigation front, the state rise to the top position in paddy production with 3 crore tons by surpassing Punjab is ample proof of the transformation that has been brought about after construction of 20 new major reservoirs under Kaleshwaram and other projects. So he has very beautifully highlighted the achievements of BRS. Nobody can actually question these. Yes, the only question arises when you talk about Kaleshwaram, the Medigadda barrage. So that's really, that's actually become a negative point for BRS. It has been possible as the household leaders have been at the helm of affairs. Besides, law and order has been the important feature of BRS governance with no instance of curfew. Recognition of districts to take the administration closer to people and establishing government medical colleges in all districts have been revolutionary steps. Now, what are the pre-poll promises in your view that BRS has failed to keep in its 2 terms? A very good question asked there. So, what promises BRS could not keep? Let's see what answer he has. To be honest, we could not construct the double bedroom houses in desired measures due to non-availability of government land in villages. Now, he is confessing that the double bedroom scheme could not be completed, but he is also giving us a reason for that non-availability of government land in villages. That is the reason government has launched Gruha Lakshmi scheme to fund construction of house on own site by eligible families. Another one is 3-acre land to Dalits. They could not give the 3 acres land to Dalits. So he is highlighting that as well, things that they could not do. So indeed, it's a very candid interview that he has given. Again, non-availability of government and private land and very high prices of private lands have hindered these implementation, forcing it to launch Dalit Bandhu. Don't you think there is a discontent among some sections of electorate such as unemployed youth? Now, on one hand, we saw KTR, the news out here in Deccan Chronicle that we were going through was about KTR. He is sitting here addressing the unemployed youth, and the count would be around 20. So he has addressed 20 young people out there. And he says, we will do this, we will fulfill everything. And I was questioning that. Whereas in Hindu, what his party member has to say, true to some extent, youth always reacts immediately. Everybody cannot be given a government job. The private sector also generates huge employment, and that is why the government has been encouraging industries with best policies. The government has also got the presidential order amended to ensure locals get 95% of jobs. Since 2014, the BRS government has sanctioned filing up of 2,32,308 vacancies in 2 phases. Of those, 2,02,735 vacancies were notified, with 1,44,096 in the first phase and 58,639 in the second phase. So he has got his numbers in place. But the selection process has been completed for 1,60,083 posts, including 1,41,000 in first phase and 18,348 in second phase. Filing of another 42,652 vacancies is under progress, including 2,361 in first phase and 40,291 in second phase. Previous Congress government has filed. I'm not bothered what previous government did. We need to take this to people, particularly the youth, deeply to rebut the opposition criticism in the time left for polling. How many posts, there are numbers out there that say they have sanctioned filling up of these vacancies in 2 phases, of which X amount in the phase and this in the second phase. This they have sanctioned. It has not been filled. The point out there is numbers are great numbers out there, If they would have done this, these votes certainly would have been there in their kitty. These votes, they would have definitely got these votes. Now, on the other hand, KTR is promising that, we are going to do this for the youth. Why you could not do it earlier is the big question. When you had everything, you had two successive governments, you formed governments twice, but still you could not deliver the jobs as you promised. You are still promising it. Is the party trying to prune the number of beneficiaries for Raitu Bandhu investment support by limiting the extent? I don't think Chief Minister will agree to it. There are not many large farmers in the state, and even if there are some, they will get mutation done of the land holding for availing such schemes. One can't avoid it technically. As per statistics, the marginal up to 1 hectare holding, small 1 to 2 hectare and small medium 2 to 4 hectare farmers control 86.3% of the total extent of cultivable land. Those having land holdings from 4 hectares up to 10 hectares, or so this is about giving money to people who own their land or who are into farming. When do you think the government would be able to complete Kaleshwaram lift irrigation project, Palamuru, Rangareddy lift irrigation scheme and other projects in all respects, including field channels? So the question is being asked, on one hand we saw him, or we read that, he says the Kaleshwaram project has been really beneficial. On the other hand, let's see what is his response to this question, which says these many things are to be done. They all would be completed within a short span of 3 years as the works are in progress. The pace of works will pick up after elections. The state's economy is on the threshold of a leap forward stage now, and firming it up would help it take a quantum jump over the next few years to ensure complete. The state's economy, now the state is under a debt of 4 lakh plus crores. That is the state of the economy, out of which nearly, these are the official numbers. I can see, if you just go and type on Google, you will get the numbers. I do not agree to this point, neither do I agree to this point, although I thought, and he has been candid, but again I find contradiction out here. On one hand, he is citing that, Kaleshwaram project, it was right here, yes, has been brought after construction of 20 new major reservoirs under Kaleshwaram and other projects. On the other hand, he says it is still under construction, will take 3 years to complete. So more 3 years of investment. Let's see. Although the man looks, he's really good with numbers, and